welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Suzanne and I am a stay-at-home mom to 3 girls, and this is my first video for a while. First, I wanted to say hello to all my new subscribers. I noticed that I had quite a few new friends who subscribed to my channel, so I want to say a big thank you to you for being here and for subscribing. I usually like to post content that is focused on lifestyle and motherhood and cleaning, DIYs, parenting, anything like that. Unfortunately, so my birthday was the 10th of January. We went out to eat, hung out, got out of the house a little bit, and then of course, once we did that, everybody got sick. So that week, and then up until really I'm still kind of getting over it, everybody just got sick in the whole house. It started with me, then my 2 youngest girls got it, and then my husband had it, and then I started feeling better, and then after he got it, I got sick again. I don't know what it was. It felt like a cold respiratory thing. Luckily, it wasn't worse. It was mostly just like that really stinky cold sinus thing. Whatever it was, nobody took any tests. We just kind of treated it at home. Nobody got worse to where they had to go to the doctor or anything. We're all still kind of getting over it. My 2 littlest, luckily, are much better, and theirs went away within just a couple days. And then my teenager, she didn't get it at all. So that's really good because she's in her senior year of high school, so we don't want her missing any school. My husband and I just keep passing it back and forth. Finally coming out on the other side. So I wanted to say a big thank you to my new subscribers, and also a thank you to my returning subscribers or anybody who's stuck with me. I am so sorry it's been so long since I posted. I usually try to post at least once a week, if not twice a week. And I have all these great ideas for videos, and I started filming them. And once I got sick, I just had no motivation to even pick up the camera, sit down to edit, and I didn't want to just put out what I had. I want to make sure that it looks good and it turns out the way that I want it to. So I put everything on hold, and I decided instead, once we started feeling better, to go ahead and clean and just do kind of a sick day reset. I had some stuff that I'd been putting off, some cleaning that I had been putting off. Obviously, when you're not feeling well, you just want to sit. Our weather in Florida has been so gloomy and rainy and cold and just gross. So it's like when you're already not feeling well and then the weather's like that, it just makes you feel even worse. At least if the sun is out, then it kind of motivates you to get outside, get some vitamin D. But we have not had very many sunny days lately. It literally has just been one thing after another. I'm super happy now. I'm motivated to get these videos filmed. So we have the sick day routine today, which is just crossing things off my to-do list that I had put off as far as like household cleaning. I do bathrooms, the kitchen, I have laundry to catch up on, and then I'll show you my favorite recipe for some chicken noodle soup. It's just a basic recipe, but it always ends up tasting so good. So that's awesome to make if you're having a sick day. It's got some good veggies in it, and of course chicken, which always makes you feel warm and cozy and slightly better. And then I'm also going to show you my favorite sick day essentials. These are just things that I like to have on hand. Obviously, don't take anything or do anything until you consult a doctor to make sure things are safe for you or your family or your children. Today is the 27th, I think, so we only have a few more days. Hopefully we can get through the end of January and continue into 22 on a healthier note. If you have been sick this year, I hope you have not been, but if anybody has been sick or you're just looking for some inspiration or motivation to tackle some cleaning after feeling unwell, this video will be perfect for you. Or if you're just wanting to watch as I get everything back together and kind of have a little reset day for things that needed to get done. Either way, I'm super happy that you're here. I'm so thankful that you decided to subscribe or that you stuck around. And I promise I have more videos coming. So thank you so much for bearing with me, and I will go ahead and get into the video.
So today is just going to be a lot of cleaning and getting things together, taking care of things that I had put off for about a week since we were all sick, and hopefully just getting everything back on track so that we can have a fresh start and get back to where we need to be. That is the focus of today's video. I also have a yummy homemade chicken noodle soup recipe that I love to make when I'm sick, and at the end of the video I'll just show you some of my favorite things to help me feel better and the medicines that we like to use. I'm not a doctor, so these are just things that help me personally, and hopefully we can try to get through the rest of the season without another sickness. I've been starting my day with some oatmeal, just something warm, and lots of fruit has sounded good because it just makes my throat feel better and it just makes me feel like I'm starting the day off better. So that's what I've been having for breakfast. I cannot taste anything, but I have been drinking my coffee, and that's been nice in the morning too. I started off just making a to-do list of everything I wanted to get done and slowly working my way through it. So we've got lots of laundry to do, just kind of cleaning, normal house cleaning that I had put off, and just that kind of tidying up to get everything back to the way it was before we all had gotten sick. So all those things are on my to-do list for today. I try to use natural products as much as I can, and I do have a mixture of vinegar and water with a little lemon essential oil that I like to use, but for this particular cleaning I definitely wanted to disinfect as much as possible, so I'm using a spray bleach cleaner and then a just Lysol disinfecting wipes, so that way I can make sure that everything everybody has touched got wiped down and hopefully as clean as possible after everybody was sick. I'm going to use this Let Me Shine bathroom cleaner on my shower door. I usually use CLR, and I ran out and somebody had suggested this brand and that it works really well, so I wanted to give it a try. I don't know if I like it better than the CLR. I'll show you what it looks like at the end. It has a few streaks, so it's not perfect, but it does a pretty good job. If you have a favorite bathroom cleaner, let me know, because I just always have a hard time with the hard water stains on my shower door, and I haven't found anything that works perfectly. I decided to do just a general picking up in the living room. I needed to wash the blankets because everyone was sick and snuggling on the couch with those. And then just picking up toys. You know, if you have kids, then it doesn't last for too long. The living room was messy again, probably 30 minutes later. But it was nice to have everything picked up. I wiped it all down with Lysol and just kind of got everything feeling like it was germ-free, even though I know that it probably wasn't perfect. But my goal was just to kind of reset everything and get it back to where we start from. So hopefully I did a little bit of good. Some places you want to make sure that you wipe down if you have had a sickness in your house are doorknobs, door locks. I also wipe down my phone. I didn't show that, but I always want to wipe down my phone with a Lysol wipe. Any countertops, anything that anybody has touched. Obviously just those kind of forgotten things, light switches, anything like that. So make sure you wipe all those down. I can't smell anything, but I wanted to use this basil and Meyer lemon wax melt in my warmer just to kind of get the house feeling fresh. I hate that I can't smell it. If I can smell it, I'll let you know how it is. But my family says it smells really good and just kind of like a fresh, clean home. So that's what I was going for. After I finish putting the blankets back on the couch, I'm just going to move on into my girls' room. I needed to catch up on their laundry and just kind of tidy their rooms up, switch out the sheets because I washed the bedding, so I wanted to get that switched over and just kind of a little picking up. And then that was pretty much it. So lots of random things on my list, but it felt really good to tackle them. I hope that you have not been dealing with sickness in your home. I know it's just that time of year anyway, on top of just all this extra stuff that's going around. So I hope that you've been able to stay well, and if you have been sick, I hope that you've been able to recover quickly. It's definitely not fun, and we're very fortunate that we don't get sick too often here, but when we do, it usually takes everybody out for a good week or so. So I hope that you have been able to avoid anything going around, or that you have had a quick recovery if you have found yourself sick this season as well. I wanted to get some vacuuming done. I do have a Roomba, but it just had piled up so badly. I didn't really think that it was going to do that great of a job, so I wanted to grab my vacuum and just go ahead and do a good round of it. The dog hair had gotten pretty bad. We used our fireplace, so that had pieces of wood and all that everywhere. So I went ahead and just knocked out one round of vacuuming. I do want to mop too. I didn't film it for the video, but I probably will go ahead and mop as well once I'm all done, just so that way everything can have a fresh start for the upcoming weekend. So I did get a quick little grocery haul. Most of it's just my soup stuff, but I'll show you what I got. I needed some more trash bags. I like these Glad Force Flex ones. For the soup, we have celery and some matchstick carrots. Those are our favorite to use in chicken noodle soup. I also got a yellow onion because I was out. It's very tiny. Some Ritz crackers because I like to eat those and just have some saltines on hand. My kids wanted chips, so we just picked up a couple bags of potato chips to snack on. For the chicken, I like to use just a pre-cooked rotisserie chicken from our local grocery store, and then I just shred it. It saves so much time, and I can't taste anything anyway, so I wasn't really worried about the extra flavoring. I got some Chex Mix and then some chicken broth because we were out, so I needed that as well. I also got juice because we've been drinking lots of juice, so apple juice and orange juice are usually our go-tos when everyone is sick. And then I needed some more coffee creamer, even though I can't taste anything, so I haven't really been using it, but I did get some just so I can have something in my coffee when I'm ready. Quick grocery haul, nothing too crazy. I'm going to go ahead and get these things put away, and then I will show you my favorite chicken noodle soup recipe. This is what you're going to need for your homemade chicken noodle soup. This is just a very basic recipe. I don't follow anything specific. So we've got our veggies I showed you earlier along with some garlic. And then I also have my rotisserie chicken. And then I use about 3 containers of chicken broth because I make a lot of it. You don't have to use that many. I also use some water as well. And then I just use egg noodles. Very, very basic ingredients, and then salt and pepper and a little bit of seasonings. I'm going to start out by shredding the chicken because it is a whole chicken, so I like to go ahead and shred it ahead of time. And then anything that's extra, I keep it in the refrigerator and we use it for salads or if I want to mix it with some pasta, but there's usually plenty of it, so I like to save some and keep it for later. I'm going to get oil cooking. I just use some olive oil and put it in my Dutch oven, so I'm going to get that heating up and then prep my veggies. I have my garlic first, and I'm just going to put that in my little handheld garlic chopper. It just works the easiest and gets it the right size. I highly recommend this. It is from Amazon. It wasn't that expensive, and it is super handy. You can use it for herbs too and other small veggies, and I love it. I'm going to cut my yellow onion. We usually use a half of a big onion, but this was pretty tiny, so I went ahead and used the whole yellow onion, and it was plenty, so that worked out really perfectly. But if you have a bigger onion, you can use half of it if you wanted to. So I'm going to get that cut up, and then I am going to let that start cooking while I finish prepping the rest of my veggies. So you can chop your celery. I usually do it kind of just medium size because we like the greens, but if you prefer it more thin or however you like it, then you can cut it to your liking. And then I'm just going to add in my celery and my matchstick carrots into my pot and get those cooking a little bit so that they can be soft when I add everything else in. I'm going to wait and then add my garlic after I cook those for a little bit because I didn't want it to burn or cook too much. So I threw that in, and then I added my salt and pepper as well and stirred it up for just a teeny bit before I add my chicken broth and my water into it. I do about a cup of water just to kind of thin it out a teeny bit, and then I also put in a bay leaf and added some parsley flakes too. I'm going to shred the chicken and then add the noodles, and now that it's boiling, I'm just going to let that cook for about probably 7 minutes or so and let it boil, and then it should be ready to go. Since the chicken's already cooked, you're pretty much just softening everything up and then cooking the noodles. So that's pretty much it. It is delicious. It tastes so good. It's so warm and comforting when you're not feeling well. My kids love it, so I usually dish them up some. Luckily, they got well pretty quickly, and it was just my husband and I who are still not feeling great, but the soup definitely helps. So this is one of my favorite go-to recipes. You can find others online. This one's kind of a copycat of the Chick-fil-A soup, but I just kind of think it tastes like your standard chicken noodle soup, but I can link that recipe below. I also put my saltines in too, or crumble them up on top. These are just some of my favorite sick day essentials. I use tea. I love tea when I'm sick. So this is a special turmeric ginger tea, and it's really good. You like to mix it with some honey and a little bit of sugar, but any tea that has lemon or ginger in it or turmeric is also really good if you're sick. I recommend anything like that as long as you know that it's safe for you or you speak to your doctor. And they say that those kinds of teas are fine for you. They work wonders whenever I take them. These are some of our favorite things to have on hand for the kids. Just some children's Motrin or children's Tylenol, some vapor rub, and then a thermometer. I also really like this diffuser. It's from the Young Living line, but it's an owl and it's a sound machine and a little nightlight as well. I don't always diffuse things in it. I also have a humidifier that I like to use when the girls are sick, but this is really handy for all the things it does. I like to have some wet ones on hand to wipe their hands or tables or trays. When I'm sick, I like to stay hydrated, so I try to have a big cup of water. This Lipton noodle soup is also good to have on hand for something quick, and then I always like to have saltine crackers too.
That's gonna do it for my sick day cleaning and reset day. Thank you so much for watching. I hope it might have provided you with any motivation that you might need to get up and get some cleaning done. If you have not been feeling well, I hope that that is not the case and that you have been able to stay healthy as we continue into the winter season. Winter is just not my favorite season. Even in Florida, we have just cold, dreary, drab days. So I'm really looking forward to the springtime, the sun being out more and just being in a better mood altogether. Again, thank you so much for watching. I do have a winter like self-care routine or skincare and hair care routine, so I will be posting that. I also have a lot of decluttering videos because I was trying to start out decluttering and getting things kind of tidied. I did post a kitchen declutter, so I will link that down below. You can watch that. And then I've got closets and toys and kids closets, so all of that will be coming. But my goal for 2022 is just to be a lot more intentional. That's my word for the year, so I want to be intentional about what I wear, what I have in my home, what I use, my choices that I make as far as eco-friendly products that I can incorporate into my daily routine. I've heard the phrase romanticize your life a lot recently, and I really like that phrase. So that's kind of where I'm going with this year. So my videos are going to stay the same, but some of them will be a little bit more tailored to romanticizing those small moments where it's still part of my daily routine, making coffee, making breakfast, even cleaning. But there's things that I know I can do to kind of live in the moment and be more present, even when it comes to just daily household tasks. I'm excited for those videos to come out. I hope you will decide to stick around and hit the notification bell so you know when those videos will be posted. I'm really going to try to get back to 2 videos a week, either Thursdays and Saturdays or Fridays and Sundays. So I'll kind of play around with it and see if you have a preference. Let me know down below. If you have favorite things to use during your sick days, also leave that down below, because I always love hearing what other people do to combat the illness going around, or just your favorite things that you like to have on hand to make you feel comfortable and cozy as you are working toward getting healthy again. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.